Good afternoon, I'm Sonia Jessup. And staying now with the scene from Parsons Green in Fulham this lunchtime, where the capital's commuters were targeted in a terror attack during this morning's rush hour. The explosion took place on a District Line train at 8:20. London's mayor has condemned the attack, calling whoever is behind it hideous individuals who attempt to use terror to harm us and destroy our way of life. Earlier, Sadiq Khan spoke to our political correspondent, Carl Mercer.
Unfortunately, we've seen an attack this morning at Parsons Green tube station. It is a terrorist attack. The police, security services are now involved in a manhunt. The person or the people responsible for this attack will be caught and will be brought for justice. And my message to Londoners is they will see today and over the course of the next few days an enhanced police presence, both across London and on our public transport network. They'll see TfL staff wearing high visibility clothes so they can see them. And we'll make sure we're doing everything we can to keep Londoners safe.
Yeah, you say that, but we are here again. This is the fourth time in just 6 months. Westminster Bridge, London Bridge, Finsbury Park, and now this. How credible is it to keep saying to Londoners, just keep calm and don't worry? I
think the Met Police counter-terror experts have said what we're seeing is not a spike, but a shift in relation to the attempts of terrorists to kill, maim and harm people in cities across Europe. We've seen attacks not just in London, we've seen attacks in Brussels, in Paris, in Stockholm, in Barcelona, of course in Manchester. And we've got to make sure we do all we can to be alert, to be vigilant, but also to stay calm.
You will have been in contact with the Police Commissioner this morning. You're off to the Cobra meeting with the Prime Minister this afternoon. What are you being told about the level of security and indeed that manhunt?
Well, can I say this to Londoners and those watching around the country? I wouldn't say this if I didn't think so. We've got the best police and security services in the world. They work incredibly hard day in, day out. The British Transport Police, the Met Police, the counter-terror experts, the MI5, the emergency responders, but also the excellent work of the TfL staff is something we should all be incredibly proud of. And what you're seeing now is an investigation that will run its course. There are various things, of course, I can't discuss publicly, and you wouldn't expect either me or the police to discuss publicly. What I can reassure the public about is that the police, the security services and others are working their socks off to make sure those responsible for this attack are caught and see justice.
Well, that was the Mayor, Sadiq Khan, there giving his reaction. And Mark Ashdown joins me now from the scene at Parsons Green. Mark, you've been following developments. Just take us through what we do know so far.
Well, Sonia, I'm on the edge of the cordon here. Parsons Green tube station is just a few hundred yards up there, but this is as close as we can get now. And yeah, just to run you through the key facts, really, it's been confirmed now by the police that at 8:20 this morning on a tube carriage at Parsons Green station on the District Line, an improvised explosive device was detonated. And now, of course, it was packed at the time. There were commuters on board. Reports from witnesses that there was a fireball that went through the carriage. That's not been confirmed by the police. But 18 people were injured, nobody died. Those injuries, we're told by the London Ambulance Service, mainly burns, flash burns. Now, of course, this caused panic, pandemonium in the area. There was a mass evacuation. A nursery just around the corner from here was evacuated. All these homes behind me have been evacuated while the police are on the scene. Now, one of those witnesses was our main presenter, Riz Lateef. She was here at the time and she gave her account a little earlier.
Was streaming out of the station, clearly shocked. The sense that you got from people that were coming out from the station was that they were shocked more from a sense of panic. Witnesses are saying perhaps some sort of small fire, some sort of explosion. But there were, as you can imagine, this is rush hour. There were many, many people on the train. Lots of people I've spoken to just looked dazed, if I'm honest.
Now, the police say they are treating this as a terrorist incident. They are liaising with MI5. But interestingly, the tube network has not been closed down. Most of it is still running as normal. Police are appealing for witnesses, anyone with video, social media, to upload that to them. There's also a terror hotline. Should be on your screen now, 0800 789 321. The message to Londoners is to be alert, be vigilant, but do not be alarmed. They're hoping life will carry on as normal. For example, the open house weekend is over the next few days. I'm told that will continue as planned, with buildings which aren't normally open to the public being opened. But the advice, as I say, is if you have got any social media footage, any videos, any pictures, upload those to the police. Be alert, be vigilant, but do not be alarmed. Sonia.
Thank you, Mark. That's Mark Ashdown there at the scene. And as you heard earlier, the Mayor has said the city will never be intimidated or defeated by terrorism. It's not yet clear who is behind this latest attack. Dr. Catherine Brown is an expert on terrorism from the University of Birmingham and spoke to our reporter Charlotte Franks a little earlier. She began by asking whether today's incident bore any similarity to other attacks in London.
One of the biggest differences is, of course, that it's not a coordinated attack. So we may be able to suggest that, to that extent, that this is an isolated individual or group of individuals who are unable to locate a wider group. It might also suggest that they were less well supported. Previous terrorist attacks have been supported by a much wider network within the terrorist organisation who could give them logistics, advice and financing and so on. So if this is just a one-off attack, and should it be that it's a singular individual or just a few people, then we can see as well that maybe there's a degradation in the capabilities of terrorist groups.
Are you surprised by what's happened this morning?
Obviously, for the people who are caught up in this attack, it's a devastating event. On the other hand, we have seen an increasing number of attacks across Europe, and particularly focusing on city centres and on transport networks. So in that sense, there isn't really a surprise element. What we have to remember is that we are never going to thwart every single attack. That is an impossibility. What we can do, however, is minimise the effect, reduce the impact overall. The idea that we can prevent all attacks is impossible. These are so complex, variable factors that we have to just accept them as the new reality.
The Prime Minister is holding a COBRA meeting this afternoon. What sorts of things might be discussed there? What sorts of strategies would they be looking at?
I think what is most important in all of this is to allow the police the time to gather the evidence, to gather the intelligence, so that they can operate and prosecute within the rule of law, so that we can have justice, so that whoever did carry this out, should we ever, that the police are given the best opportunity to find that out and to bring them to justice. And giving them that time rather than having knee-jerk reactions is what's most important.
Dr. Catherine Brown there. Well, it's time for a weather update now. Elizabeth Rossini is here. How's it looking?
Well, Sonia, we're likely to see a few more of these, I think, as we head through the rest of the afternoon. Some more rainbows forming. We're talking about further sunny spells, but also some heavy showers for some places as well. So the showers will start to form through the afternoon. We'll see temperatures up to between 14 and 16 Celsius. The air is a little cooler than it was yesterday. The northwesterly wind, though, is a little bit lighter. It's certainly not going to be raining everywhere. Some places will stay dry with some sunny spells. The showers likely to rattle on through the late afternoon, and then through the evening they're going to fade away, and it will be a dry night to come. A chilly night as it was last night. I think some of our more rural spots could dip down as low as perhaps 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. These will tend to be the temperatures that we'll see tomorrow morning in many of the towns. So it will be quite a chilly start to the weekend. Now tomorrow it's yet another day of sunny spells and showers. Probably quite a lot of sunshine early on, and then we'll see some high cloud push down from the north. We'll get more cloud bubbling up, and we'll also get some showers through the afternoon. These showers could be heavy, thundery and slow moving, but they certainly won't be everywhere. It won't be raining all the time tomorrow. There'll also be some sunshine. Temperatures in that cooler air still only around 15 or 16 Celsius. It's looking a bit better on Sunday. Yes, there'll still be a few showers around, but once more they won't be everywhere. There'll be fewer of them, and they'll be lighter. The temperatures will be slightly higher. As we head through next week, it will feel a touch warmer, mostly dry.
Elizabeth, thank you. Well, that's all from us for now. Ongoing coverage throughout the day, of course, on BBC Radio London, and Asad Ahmed will be live from Parsons Green with our 6:30 programme. Bye-bye.